We were shown how to import Nanite skeletal assemblies to Unreal using USD files by Hullabella, a member of the Natsura community Discord, who also has a YouTube channel where they explore the latest and greatest features of Unreal and Houdini. Thanks, Hullabella. To send a tree created with Natsura to Unreal Engine as a Nanite skeletal assembly, right-click in the node graph and search Nanite. There you'll find our Nanite Assembly exporter. Select it and then place it into the graph below the simulate, and wire up the two outputs of the simulate to the two inputs of the exporter. The exporter will automatically detect instanced geometries which it will shade green, and then you just need to go and select the group of the skeleton that you wish to keep. Next, you can name your file and pick an export location and hit Save to Disk. Notice that we have the option to export either as a Nanite skeletal assembly or as a static mesh assembly. I'm going to copy the path next to Save to Disk to use that to quickly find the file I want to import to Unreal. And once inside it in Unreal, I'm going to go and double check that we have the USD core, importer, and MDL integration plugins enabled, and that we've also enabled Nanite foliage, which is experimental inside of the project settings. These features will only be available as of Unreal 5.7 and beyond. Once I've checked that these settings were all enabled, I'm going to click Import and paste the path to the mesh, removing the actual mesh itself to navigate in Windows Explorer to the file I wish to import. Once there, I'll double-click the file that I exported and click OK and import on the next two pop-ups. Depending on the number and complexity of your instances in your geometry, as well as the density of the non-instanced parts, it may take upwards of several minutes to import your mesh into Unreal. But once there, you'll see a new folder has been created, and if we navigate inside of that folder to the Skeletal Meshes directory, we'll see all of the component parts that make up our tree. And if we scroll down through this list, we'll eventually find a new skeletal mesh, which is the assembly of all of these instances. We can select and drag this into the environment, and once there, I'm just going to hit save quickly to speed up the editor. Once I've saved, the editor becomes more responsive, and we can see that this tree has been brought in looking exactly the same as it does inside of Houdini. If we open the skeletal mesh and search for Nanite inside of the Asset Details panel, we can scroll down and notice that we have all of the assembly references listed below. This tree has 15 parts, each with several instances. In order to verify that this tree is in fact rigged, we can go ahead and click on one of the joints and then move that joint or rotate it inside of the viewport and watch the rest of the tree change shape. And that's it. Thanks for watching.